Hello, precious soul. I am here with another beautiful channeled higher love letter. I'm numbering this 113. Haven't come up with the title for it yet. I'll figure something out. So the individual that this is for is a older gentleman, like very old, I would say, nearing in his 80s, probably 70s, 80s. I haven't done the math, but he lost a deep, deep young love in the early 60s, it seems. The individual that he lost was a really sweet, cute, fun-loving, playful woman, and she would have passed away just shy of her 20th birthday. Dark hair, bob. It looked curly, but I don't think it was curly. I would think it was curlers back in the day. She born in the 1940s, like 44, I kind of got, and just passed away, like I said, shy of her 20th birthday. A lot of purple coming up in this reading. I actually was guided to clear the energy in here, and instead of using sage, I used a lavender spray, which was weird. I'm not even sure if lavender clears energy, but I was guided to do that, and then I realized that I'm actually drinking lavender tea. So interesting, a lot of purple, and I tucked my amethyst crystal next to me too. So a lot of purple. I really feel that this individual at this stage of the game in his life is going through some spiritual awakening type of thing, and this individual that he lost has actually been one of his spirit guides. Purple's all about the crown chakra, third eye kind of connected there too, although I usually associate the third eye with like a midnight blue, the color of sky color. So I'm really thinking that this is actually a spiritual, deep spiritual connection that he had with this person that has never ever left, despite the fact that she passed away. They have been connected ever since, and I'm talking a long time, like their whole life, even amidst him moving on in life and getting married and having kids of his own and suffering. I do believe he's single now, that his spouse would have maybe passed away, because I was guided to pull cards, and the one that popped out was recovery. So this gentleman is actually recovering from something right now. Could be an illness, but I do feel like, I'm just getting used to the light and all that stuff, guys. Recovering from loss of his spouse. So it feels like this energy kind of was in and out of his life and always ever present with him in all times, but then of course energetically honoring the marriage and stuff like that, so pulling back. But anytime there was times in his life where he felt alone or sad or in pain, somehow this energy, this female that he lost, was very much present with him. And he's been kind of, he's a dude, so he's kind of been denying a lot of the things that he can't logically explain with his hands and his eyes and like the physical contact, and obviously going back to that day and age, is very much what you can see tangibly. People are still like that, but the message that is coming through is for him, and actually he may be a poet, and a closet poet. Maybe he's always been doing poetry, writing about his experiences and possibly this love for some time, and it's been a secret, and she's asking him to come out of the closet with it. And funny, I'm releasing a video soon about me coming out of the closet with my gifts, and I'm actually in my closet. Coming out of the closet in my closet. So she's actually guiding him to do that, to release this poetry even at his age, as a way to honor their bond and also heal the planet in his own way, through his words of poetry. A very beautiful message. It's short and sweet. This is the shortest channeled message I've got. It's actually only 2 pages from back. So I feel like this man was a man of very little words, just a very traditional provider, protector, masculine energy here back in the 1940s, 50s, 60s, when they met. And she passed away. I didn't get guided to know how she passed away. A name that did come through, but it doesn't have to resonate, is at first I heard Sheffield first and then Grace. So but it does not have to be that specific name. But there's usually a collective of people kind of going through the same thing, or same things may resonate. So this would just be for any gentleman, elderly gentleman in his 70s, 80s, who's now can't no longer deny this connection that he's had, this eternal undying love that he's had for this individual that has actually been his spirit guide, part of his spirit guide team, guiding him and protecting him and with unconditional love all this time, and he's at this is for him. So I actually heard If I Die Young, the song If I Die Young. I can't remember the band Perry. I actually channeled that a different day as well, one of the other readings I did, but the lyric that came in my mind was completely different than the one over there. The one over there, that other time was I've had enough time. This one is, if I die young, lay me down in a bed of roses. And then I sure felt nice when he was holding my hand. There's a boy here in town said he would love me forever. Who would have thought that forever would be severed by the shock of a short life? I'm not even sure if I have the words all right, but this is definitely the love story part of that song. They definitely were in love and their time got severed. And the last part of the lyric I heard was, send me away with the words of a love song. I am not going to sing this for you. So definitely a couple in love confirmation there. So this gentleman needs to know that all your life, she never left you. She was always by your side energetically. And so she writes, and I definitely feel like this is affecting his solar plexus, which is the energy right here, and the digestive organs here. So could be having some digestive issues. And maybe there's something going on with recovery there. Maybe there was some kind of health issues there as well. But the energy, the organs there, digestive tract, things like that. But the energy there is all about self-worth, self-confidence, self-esteem. So he's possibly been struggling with this. And this writing and this poetry and coming forward with it is actually going to help him heal at this stage of his life and really connect with source and unconditional love and his own self-love. Finally, and it's so true of all of us. Like, how long does it take us to find ourselves, right? So no judgment. But okay, she's saying, hello, my love. She's actually kind of funny in this. She kind of is a little bit brutally honest with him, which is kind of funny. I feel like that a really playful, loving, funny banter. So no judgment. If she gets a little harsh with him, he loved that playful side of her, and like the banter and the wit and the sarcasm and things like that. So she says, hello, my love. I know you can feel me. I know you can hear me. I know you can sense me. The hands of fate would have it that our love would get cut short, and the time we had together was so fleeting. But don't you dare think for a second that because of this, our love was unrequited. It was not. How could it be? Our bond is strong. It was since the day we met. Our love is eternal. I know you've tried to move on, and that is what it should be. But somewhere tucked in your heart, there I always was, right? That secret poet sorry, Mercury retrograde. And I sometimes can't read my writing that I channel because it's going so fast. Bear with me. The secret poetry you write, I know who your muse is. It's me. Also, as it should be. I've known your words without reading a single page of it. Because what you write and speak of is an echo from my heart too. The energy between us that neither of us has been able to sever. I know at times you tried because you thought it would somehow ease the pain, but it never did it? You thought that pretending it was never love, that would somehow lessen it. But even then, it didn't work, did it? Then there were the times that you chose to believe that you must be going crazy. Being able to feel me after all this time and still feel this connection after all these years, that didn't work either, did it? You nincompoop. Did you ever stop to think that maybe this love is real? The realest thing you've ever had in your life, perhaps? You've gotten married and experienced a different kind of love after me, as it should be. You've had children who are all grown now, and still I am with you. Perhaps you need to get it through your noggin that I am one of your guides, assigned to you always. I never for a day should you feel unloved, alone, or unsupported. That was my job all along. You silly man. You were always so stubborn. At the end of your beautiful long life, do me a favor and please start honoring the parts of you can't explain, the otherworldly experiences we've shared. Use your poetry as a gift to the world and a tribute to our endless love and the power it has. Finally, let yourself feel its unwavering devotion and drop into the warm embrace of unconditional love. What do you have to lose at this point? It's only you that needs convincing of the experiences you pretend not to see. The world is opening up to divine wonders, except you. You still have a chance to make an impact on others, to make a contribution, show the world the real you, the lover and poet. Keeping your gift hidden away, what's that going to do? Every time someone reads your words, they will heal parts of themselves. Every time they read about our love, they will see me, they will see us, they will see unconditional love, maybe for the very first time. Every time you remember, you love me. And then I heard, I know it's not a 40s song, but I heard, love me like you do. What are you waiting for? Love me like you do. Love me like you do. That is not from that era, but still being a call to honor this love. And she goes on to say, I know you've been looking for a way. This is the way back to me. XOXO. And then the song that I heard on the side again was, I'm making my way back to you, babe, with a burning love inside. So, don't want me to sing. You don't want me to sing. But okay, so those songs are coming through. 3 songs. So music and poetry. This man has definitely hidden parts of himself that are so deep and so loving and so etheric, actually, kind of mystical, that it's time for him to go forward with that. And I did actually pull cards, and I kind of glanced at my cards. I have 50 decks up here, and I was kind of just glancing. Some of them were just popping up. One of the cards in particular really called to me because they remind me of the era of the 40s and 50s postcards from Spirit. This particular one, I haven't even read it, but it says, Dearest you, everything is in divine order. Even in chaos, there's order, and we are always in awe of this. For you, though, on your human journey, things can get disorganized in your mind and physical reality. You need to get rid of the clutter, whether it be too many stories in your mind, too many what-ifs, or fearful thoughts of the past or future. Instead, focus on the now. Empty your mind, clean your house, and throw away any object that tells you an uncomfortable story. Discern what you have, sort, purge, clear, and organize. We want you to have space to fill with something better. Spirit loves a vacuum as it gives space for brilliant new energy. Let go of what is not serving you and give order to what remains. See then and know their value. Your soul needs organization in order to keep your connection to us and to Spirit free of distraction. You are so adored by many. We hope you really know that. Wow, this really does resonate. Take a snapshot of that if you want. And part of that message, the other part that spoke to me was, see me through your eyes. Wait, see me in their eyes. So I feel like as he releases his poetry to the masses, I feel like he will get recognition for this. He's going to be able to see her through their eyes as they're reading. Whenever conferring with another, either face to face or across the miles, whether a human being, departed spirit, or sentient tree, always speak to the highest within them. It makes such a difference. Amen. The universe. P.S. Yeah, as if some trees weren't sentient. Glad you caught that. Wow, this is so mystical, magical, but just also the crown chakra is all about oneness with the self, spirit, others, the connectedness to all things. And this man at the end of his life, in the last stages of his life, is going to experience that. And this sassy card, you need a good fucking cry. Get the ugly cry on. Let that shit go. Your soul will thank you. So deep soul searching right now, and a purging, and finally possibly dropping back into self-confidence and finding the divinity within himself. This last card then, how wonderful it is that nobody need wait a single moment before starting to prove the world. Wow, this is also lining up. Beautiful. And I actually do have these messages of love cards here. Ooh, one flew up. Wow, this is a divine counterpart connection, twin flame. If anybody feels like they're on the twin flame journey, I know I have experienced a deep soul connection like this that never ends, and it's very annoying sometimes, but I guess the call is to drop into the knowing, the inner knowing that this is a very deep, powerful connection that is endless and not bound by time, space, or physical reality, obviously. Anything else, Spirit? Wow, beautiful. I wasn't even thinking of that, but that just... Abundance. You've done the work. Abundance flows to you now. Wow. This man is going to maybe experience for the first time just a flow of abundant energy, just abundance in all things, not just... I feel like he's going to get some monetary recognition for his poetry. Maybe, you know how like a lot of the great artists of our time, or even in the past, were recognized later in their life for their works after they were long dead. That could happen to this man, but he doesn't care. But abundance comes in all forms, not just monetary gain, right? Sometimes it can be peace, love, joy, last card. Mastery. You've learned the spiritual lesson. I think that's where he's headed right now. Learning the spiritual lesson of awakening to the divine realm, the connection that he has and not denying it, and the divinity within. Ah, wow. Okay, wow. Beautiful, beautiful love story here. The twin flame journey. Ooh, someday I'll speak on that, because I do feel I have a counterpart. And it really is here to, you know, enlighten us and awaken us. And I have had some pretty interesting experiences, but painful too. But always there, you know, ever present, that unconditional love. Always seeking to push an individual into their highest, greatest path. So that is really the whole point of it, to balance the divine masculine energy within. So I'm excited for this gentleman. And he is a gentleman. I really feel he has a really good person, like honest, hardworking, provider, protector kind of energy. And he did move on with his life and he had a great life and a family and things like that. And very much also had this other world going on of this spiritual connection and the guides that were always leading him and guiding him, and he was never alone. So it's a really important lesson for all of us. If this resonates with you, if you lost somebody long, long ago, it doesn't have to be from the 40s or 50s or 60s, but if this resonates with you, just, I guess the takeaway for all of us is to know that we are never alone. Our divine team and spirit guides, our own higher self, are always leading us and calling us and pushing us. So his own higher self has been trying to nudge him towards the truth. And like he's had experiences that he can't explain in his daily life of feeling the love, or there's possibly other things that have happened to him that he can't explain that he's been trying to push away. And the call is now to not deny that his higher self, his intuition has been nudging him to the truth. And so now he's starting to open up to that, which is why this message is coming through. So you will, if you resonate with that and you want me to transcribe this for you, I can type this up for you. I actually gave you the full thing. Normally I just do the beginning and the end, but this was short and sweet. I'll have to figure out I will have to figure out a title. All right, have a good day whenever you're seeing this. Energy is fluid, and if it doesn't resonate for you, but you may think it may resonate for someone else, pass it on. Like, share, subscribe. Helps these messages to get going to get out to more people, but also connecting with our energy that way. A shared energy exchange like that helps me connect to you. So I may pick up on a reading that might pertain to you. Otherwise, reach me either way for a personal reading too, if you like the style and want something like this for yourself, for your own person that you've lost. And it doesn't have to be just through death. It can be an estrangement or breakup, message from their higher self or from your spirit team. Sometimes that comes through too. I just did one for Johnny Depp and it was all about his spirit team coming through. And I do feel like a certain friend of his came through, a female from long ago, specific. So it's kind of cool. You never know what comes up, but if you're looking for something specific, the way to reach me is at higherloveletters@mail.com. I will never solicit you for a reading. And be careful of scammers. If I ever feel led to share a channeling, energy channeling, I would gift that to somebody. I would never ask for money. So again, higherloveletters@mail.com, and check out the other energy readings I've done or channeled automatic writings on the page on Higher Love Letters. Have a good day. Talk to you soon. Bye.